just come out of the first DFE Send National Conversation online event. If I look like I need a drink, it's because I really need a drink. It was a conversation. It was a conversation between 5 people on camera. The chat was turned off, the cameras were obviously turned off, so you couldn't actually participate in the conversation. And there was a Q&A with upvoting so that people could upvote the questions they most wanted to be asked. And they essentially skipped over quite a few. Specifically, I asked about, they kept saying they want plans. They don't want less plans, they want more plans. They want more children to have plans. Every child should have a plan. But they were very careful not to use the term EHCPs. So I asked the question, when you say plans, do you mean EHCPs or what do you mean by plans? That was skipped past. There was quite a strange moment towards the end where Juliet from the Department for Education kind of pointed out a question to Georgia Gould on the screen, and her face suggested she wasn't very happy about that. And then they spent the last 5 minutes of the meeting kind of filibustering about good practice, whilst this Q&A was just full of people incredibly stressed and concerned. Tom Rees was on the panel, obviously. Rachel D'Souza, the Children's Commissioner, was on the panel. I made a few notes, but I think they're going to release the video anyway. This event was meant to be focused on the priority of early, but most of the conversation was actually about inclusion and a bit on accountability. They were asked about legal rights and they came out with the same: there will always be a legal right to additional support. There was not a single mention of local authorities in the entire thing, like they no longer exist. And somebody asked how children have their voices heard, given that these events are just for parents. And Rachel D'Souza, the Children's Commissioner, said, we speak to children all the time. So, yeah, wow, that was something. Okay, I'll try and compose my thoughts a bit more clearly and post something tomorrow.